Good morning, students. Today we will start with a new topic which is known as recursion. It is the final chapter or pre-final chapter. So let's start with this thing. What is recursion? When a function is called from the body of itself, then it is called recursion. I have given an example here. In the right hand side you can see I have used a main function int main. Inside it I am using a recurse function. So when int main is calling recurse, that means the recurse function will occur. Void recurse, it is the called function. Inside the void recurse function, that same function is again executing, which will transfer the value to the recursive function. Right, how it occurs? Suppose I am the main function here. Inside the main function I am calling a function which is known as CR. I will display or I will say or inform anything to the CR. The CR will transfer the information to all the students, and after accumulating the information that yes sir, they will give the assignment, and this is the assignment that is present in a folder that will be transferred by the CR. Otherwise I will not take it. This is the utility of this recursive function. Here also the same. I am the main function recurse. Here CR is the called function. So when I write there CR, come here. So here the CR is coming and all the informations are transferred to CR, that you have to say these things to the students. The CR is again dividing the work to individual or subtask or individual students, that please transfer this information. Sir has told that you have to do this information within that period of time. So after accumulating all the information by the CR, it will send the information to me. This is recursion. So when a function is called from the body of itself, when recurse, that means when CR is called, the name CR will be done, and the students will say, hey, CR has told us that now we have to accumulate this work. Hey, CM has told. All the students will do the same process, and finally it will be transferred to this one. This is recursion. Take an example of it. The example is factorial of a number. We all know that factorial of a number means the succeeding numbers, multiplication of the succeeding numbers. Suppose I am taking 5, then 5 cross 4 cross 3 cross 2 cross 1, that means number. Take an example here. Int fact int, that means the return type of the function is integer type, and name of the function is fact, and I am passing an argument which is int. Inside the main function I have declared two actual parameters which is n and f. I am taking the value of n. N is the number that I want to, whose factorial I want to suggest. So here I am taking 5 fact. When I am calling fact, that means it is directly going to this function fact, and n is the number. So suppose I am taking fact int 10. Fact int 10 means int 5. So the factorial will be done on 5. Now when I am going for 5, it is going in this function. It is calling this function fact, and inside it is going here n into factorial n minus 1. That means we generally do in this way. In the right hand side, see, factorial 5 means 5 into factorial 4. So 5 is stored inside the stack. 4 factorial 4 is there. Again 4 into factorial 3 is the new number. So 4 is stored inside the stack. 3 is again coming here. So 5 is here. 5 into factorial 5 minus 1, that means 4. 5 is stored inside the stack. 4 into factorial 4 minus 1, 4 is stored inside the stack. 3 is the new number. 3 into factorial 2, that means 3 minus 1, 2. 3 is stored here. 2 into factorial 2 minus 1, 1. 2 is here. Again 2 minus 2, 1 into 2 1 minus 1 is 0. So the new number that are stored here are 1 2 3 4 5. How it will be stored? It will be stored inside a stack or in order of stack. The first number that I have taken is 5. That means the first element that is placed is 5. Then above it is 4. Then above it is 3. Then above it is 2. Then above it is 1. By this way we are placing the elements. Now sir, you have missed one thing is, sir, if up to 1 it is okay. So 1 into factorial 1 minus 1 means 0. No problem. So factorial 0 means 1. So 1 into 1 is 1. No problem is there. Now when the new number again comes, you have told us that factorial 0, that means the new number is 0. So 0 into factorial 0 minus 1. If it's 0 into something is 0. So return 0 means it will go here again to this function, recursively called. So it is going here. When n equal to 0, I have given an equation. When n equal to 0 or condition, it will see return 0. There are two things in recursion. One is called a recursive condition. Second one is called terminating condition or base condition. Here I have given in the note below. One is the base condition or terminating condition. Second one is the recursive condition. What is recursive condition, how many times I want to go for it, or what are the numbers that I am taking, it will move one by one, it will move and it will go on. Why we are giving a base condition or a terminating condition? It is must, because if we are not giving any terminating condition inside the recursive process, then it will go for an infinite loop. Here you can see 0 into factorial n minus 1, that means 0 minus 1, so 0 into 0 is 0, again it will go for 0, again 0 0 0. If I am not giving these terminating conditions, then it will move on in 0 0 0 0 0 in this way, so it will go for a terminating condition, right? This is how the process of recursion occurs in factorial. So in the end, when it becomes 0 not equal to, in n equal to 0 equal to 0, it will return 0. That means the operation of factorial ends here. The value will be transferred to fact10. Fact10 is taken or is placed inside the value f, so I have to print the value of f. I am getting the factorial number. This is one example. Another example is sum of n natural numbers. In sum of n natural numbers means, suppose I am taking 3 numbers, so 3 plus 2 plus 1, that means 6 will be the answer. Very easy one. So again the same process, I am declaring a function sum and the return type is int. Here I am passing a parameter which is int n, or parameter is n, integer type. In the main function I am writing int number comma result. Number is a actual argument, this is a formal argument. When I am going for the actual argument, so I am taking a value for inside the main function body. Suppose I am taking the number that will be checked will for, or I have to go for the n natural numbers, so I am taking 3 numbers, so the numbers are 3. Here I am taking 3 numbers, that means addition should be of 3 numbers. Now here's some number, sum of 3 numbers I am taking, it will be stored inside result. When I am going for some number, that means it is calling this sum function. Come here then, int sum int n. Now n and number both are same, one is actual, one is formal, but both of them are same. So when if 3 not equal to 0, it is correct. When 3 not equal to 0, now come to this portion on the right hand side. Here I am taking the value of number as 3. When 3 is taken, 3 not equal to 0 is true, then it is going to this part. So 3 plus sum of 3 minus 1. 3 is returned, 3 means 3 is stored here, 3 plus sum of n minus 1 means 2. So the new number 2 is again called, it will again return the value. So it is again called sum. I am calling the function sum again. N plus sum of n minus 1 means sum is again called. So first I am storing the value of 3 inside the stack, then 2 is taken here. Again I am calling the same function sum, 2 not equal to 0. So 2 plus sum of 2 minus 1 means 1. So 2 is again stored inside the stack. Sum of n minus 1 means 1. 1 is again transferred here. New value of n is 1. So 1 is the new number. 1 plus sum of 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1 means 0. So again 1 is stored here and 0 is again called by this function sum. Now in this case, in the last step, you can see if n not equal to 0, that means 0 not equal to 0. Is it true? No, it is false, because 0 equal to 0. Here it is said 0 not equal to 0, so it will not go for again this statement or this recursive statement. It will directly go to the else part, that means return 0. Whenever it is going for return 0, it will return the value to whom? To that function who has called it. So 0 is returned to the previous one. Sum of 0 n minus 1 is 0 and the value of n is 1. So 1 plus 0, 1 is there. 1 is returned to whom? To the previous function. Who is calling it, that means same function n sum. Here 2 is already present and sum of n minus 1 is taken as 1. I have returned the value. So 1 plus 2 is 3. So here the function that is called as values is acquiring value 3. Again 3 is returned to whom? To the previous call. To the previous call 3 is already present. 3 plus sum of n minus 1, which is 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. It is already present. Now this sum is called by whom? Is passed through a parameter which is n and which is reflected by the number, or which is reflected by the variable or the actual parameter number. So 6 will be transferred to whom? To the function sum number or number, which is stored inside result. So the total value or total output of the number is 6. I am explaining it in Bengali also, so that Bengali people can also understand it. Whenever I am transferring the values from one point to another point, ধর এখানে আমি নাম্বারটা নিলাম 3, তাহলে 3 কে যখন এখানে নিলাম 3 নট ইকুয়াল টু 0 ট্রু, তাহলে 3 এর ভ্যালুটা হলো এই কন্ডিশনটায় ঢুকলো। 3 প্লাস সাম অফ 3 মাইনাস 1 মানে 2, 3 আমার স্টোর থাকলো, 2টাকে কল করেছে, যেহেতু সাম লেখা আছে মানে আবার এই ফাংশনটা কল হচ্ছে, আবার এখানে চলে এসো, তাহলে নতুন ভ্যালুটা কত 2, তাহলে 2 নট ইকুয়াল টু 0 ট্রু, তাহলে 2 প্লাস আবার এই ফাংশনটা কল হচ্ছে 2 মাইনাস 1 মানে 1, তাহলে এখানে 2 স্টোর থাকলো, আবার এখানে 1 চলে এলো, 1 নতুন ফাংশনটা এলো, সাম যেহেতু কল করেছে বলে, তাহলে 1 আমার নতুন ভ্যালু, 1 নট ইকুয়াল টু 0 এটাও ট্রু কন্ডিশন, তাহলে এটাতেই এলো, 1 প্লাস সাম অফ 1 মাইনাস 1 মানে 0, 1 আবার স্টোর থাকলো, সামকে আবার কল করেছে, আবার কল করা মানে হচ্ছে সাম এখানে চলে গেল, 0টা এখানে গিয়ে হলো 0, আবার একটা ব্র্যাকেটের মধ্যে স্টোর থাকলো, কিন্তু মজাটা হচ্ছে এখানে যে 0 ঢুকলো এই কন্ডিশনটায় তখন ঢুকছে 0 নট ইকুয়াল টু 0, এটা তো ফলস স্টেটমেন্ট, 0 0 সঙ্গে সমান হয়, এখানে বলেছে না সমান হবে না, তাহলে এলস পার্টে চলে যাবে, এলস পার্টে এন এর ভ্যালু কত দেবে, 0 ছিল, 0 রিটার্ন করবে, কিন্তু 0টাও কাকে রিটার্ন করবে, যে ওর আগের কলটা যে করেছিল, ওর আগের কল কে করেছিল, সামই করেছিল, তাহলে সামে অলরেডি আমার স্টোর কে ছিল 1, তাহলে 1 প্লাস 0, সাম অফ এন মাইনাস 1 যেটা আমি এখান থেকে পেয়েছি সেটা আমার 0 ছিল, তাহলে 0 প্লাস 1 কত হলো 1, এই রিটার্ন 1, 1 কাকে রিটার্ন করবে, তার প্রিভিয়াস কলকে রিটার্ন করবে, প্রিভিয়াস কলে আমার আগে কত ছিল 2, প্লাস সাম অফ এন মাইনাস 1 তো বলেই দিলাম যে এটা 1, তাহলে 1টা এখানে কল হলো, 2 প্লাস 1 3 হলো, 3 কাকে রিটার্ন করবে, তার প্রিভিয়াস কলকে ক্লিয়ার করবে, তার প্রিভিয়াস কলকে যে রিপ্লাই দেবে, 3 আমার অলরেডি এন এর ভ্যালু 3 ছিল, 3 প্লাস এই সাম অফ এন মাইনাস 1টা আমার 3 ছিল, হলো এখানে রিটার্ন যেটা করছি, তাহলে 3 প্লাস 3 6 হলো। এইবার এই যে ইন্ট সাম যেটা করা ছিল, এর আগে তো আর কোনো কল কে করেছিল, একমাত্র মেন ফাংশন কল করেছিল, মেন ফাংশন কিভাবে কল করেছিল, এই যে নাম্বার যেটা আমার অ্যাকচুয়াল প্যারামিটার, সে তাকে দিয়ে তো একটা এজেন্ট ইউজ করেছিল এন, তাহলে এখন ওই 6 কাকে ট্রান্সফার করবে, নাম্বারকে ট্রান্সফার করে দেবে, নাম্বারটা কার মধ্যে আছে, সামের মধ্যে আছে, তাহলে সামটাকে পুরোটাই কল হয়েছে তো ইন্টিজার মেনের থ্রু দিয়ে, তাহলে এই পুরো 6 এর ভ্যালুটা এখানে পাঠানো হলো, এবার এই সাম নাম্বারে কার মধ্যে স্টোর্ড আছে, রেজাল্টের মধ্যে, তাহলে রেজাল্ট কত এলো 6, এটাকে বলে রিকার্সিভ কল। There is a question in your WBD syllabus which usually comes is the difference between iteration and recursion and iteration or iteration recursion. Iteration মানে হচ্ছে repeatedly একটা স্টেটমেন্টকে কল করা, is the process of calling a statement repeatedly. This is called recursion. For I equal to iteration. For I equal to 0, I lesser equal to n, I plus plus. This is iteration. Recursion is a technique of calling its own function repeatedly. তাই তো করলাম। That means I am calling the same function. That means int sum, int sum, int sum, int sum. It is calling repeatedly inside the function body. Same call. This is recursion. Second one is iteration involves 4 clear-cut steps. Yeah, it is quite clear. For I equal to 0, I lesser equal to 1, I plus plus. That means initialization, then condition, then incrementation and execution. Four steps are there. But in recursive things, recursion believes in 2 things. One is the recursive condition. Second one is the terminating condition, which is must. Otherwise, it will go into an infinite loop that I have used here in if n not equal to 0 or n equal to 0. Okay. Now third one is, or it is better used in this one, if n equal to 0 and if n equal to 1, these are the terminating conditions. Third one is any recursive problem can be solved iteratively. Yes, any recursive problem can be solved iteratively because you will just increase the statement execution or statements will be repeatedly taken. So recursive problem, but all problems has not all problems has recursive solution. Yes, not all of the problems has a recursive. It cannot be done. Recursive problem can be done for searching, sorting, merging, right? And fourth point is iterative computer part of problem is more efficient in terms of memory utilization and execution speed. Iteration can be done because it is user friendly. According to me, it is very user friendly because you can utilize anything. You have seen through the examples that yes, for I equal to 0, I lesser equal to n, I plus plus, or I equal to 0 while I lesser equal to n, then I plus plus. Very much useful for anything and very user friendly. But for recursion, sir, you are calling the function inside the function, again you are calling, again it is calling. By this way, it is a bit problem. So recursion is generally a worst option to go for simple program or problems not recursive in nature. This is a problematic situation. And the last one is I have given an example, Ackermann function. You can go through it. It is in your syllabus. They will go for the, you can go and read for it, or you can. One thing I have, yeah, I have used here that the task is divided into subtasks. What I have told you, these are the things which are present in the recursion or steps, and there is a final result which is returned to the main function, and it is applied for sorting, searching, and traversal problems. Okay. If you have any problem, you can ask in discussion.